Hi everybody and welcome again to Developing Number Sense. This morning we shall continue to work with fractions. On our last video we would have looked at adding and subtracting fractions. We would have worked with mixed numbers as well, how we can add them and subtract them. And we would have looked at if we had 2/3 add 3/4, we would have looked at the method of converting 2/3 to equivalent fractions by saying, putting down some in columns there, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So we put down list the multiples of 3 here and the multiples of 2 on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And we said all of these are equivalent fractions. Remember, equivalent fractions, they have a different name but the same value. Then we would have looked at 3/4. And once again, we would have listed the multiples of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. And 3 will be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And then we would have looked at, after we would have listed the multiples there, then we would have looked at looking for the lowest common denominator. And the lowest common denominator in this case would have been 12. So we have made sure and put 8/12 here. Add 9/12. So we have 9/12 here. 3/4 is 9/12. And we add our numerators. 9 and 8 is 17 over 12. But as an improper fraction, so we convert it to a mixed number. So we can say 17 over 12 is really 1 whole and 5/12. Today we shall be looking at a shorter method of doing just this. So we shall be looking at if we have the same 2/3 and 3/4. 2/3 add 3/4. Same question. What we can do, we look at our 3 and our 4, and remember we want to get a common denominator. Alright, so we would have in this method here, we would have listed the multiples of 3 and the multiples of 4, and then we would have looked for the lowest common. So really we are looking for the lowest common denominator, but as in this case, the lowest common multiple. So you can look at your 3 and your 4, and you can find your LCM, the LCM, the lowest common multiple. We would have done that skill at a previous video. We would have looked at 3 and 4, and we said 2 cannot go into 3, you bring down the 3, 2 into 4, 2. We try 2 again, right? And now we try 3, right? And we say 2 times 2 times 3. So 2 2s are 4, 3s are 12. So our lowest common multiple, or as in this case, the lowest common denominator would be 12. Okay? And we look at it. We say 3 times something would give us 12. 3 times what would give you 12? 3 times 4. 3 times 4. 3 times 4. 3 4s are 12. So we say 2 times 4 would give us 8. So we get 8/12. And okay, 4 times what will give us 12? 4 times 3. And if 4 3s are 12, remember we form equivalent fractions by multiplying and dividing the numerator and denominator by the same number. So if 4 3s are 12, we say 3 times 3. Observe 4 3s, we have 3 3s. 3 3s are 9. Right? 4 3s, 12, 3 3s would give us 9. Okay? And what we would have? We'd have 8/12 and 9/12. And 8 add 9 would give us 17/12. And 17 twelfths is the same as 1 whole and 5 twelfths. Now if we look at this method and we look at this method here, we realize it's the same thing, but just we were able to do it using less working. Instead of having to list all the equivalent fractions, we just simply find the lowest common multiple of the denominators, and then you convert them. What you are really doing here in this process here, you are really converting it to an equivalent fraction. You're saying 3 times something give me 12. 3 fours are 12. So now I must take my numerator and multiply it by the same number. 2 fours are 8. And in this case here, we say 4 times 3 give us 12. So 3 threes are 9. Alright? So it's short and very simple. So see you guys.